Hello and welcome to this weekend's review of the action in the 220 EMA Upside Breakout system. Today I am at the top of Whistler Mountain. I've tried to find a quiet place to do this, but it's getting towards lunchtime and it's pretty busy, so pardon any background noise and we'll go ahead and get started. So we're talking about the 220 EMA Upside Breakout system, and as before, I'm not an investment advisor, I'm not recommending any stocks. Backtesting has limitations, and all trading involves risk. You need to do your own due diligence. So if you missed the webinar, again, you can catch it here at edgerator.com/details.aspx !CTX equals 220 EMA webinar. So let's go ahead and get started with this review of the week. And the first thing that you need to do, of course, if you're following along with this on a daily basis or even on a weekly basis, is run the report. And I have run this 220 EMA Upside Breakout strategy on the stocks that are that have weekly options. So I have a list of stocks that have weekly options, and I've run this. The date that I've run this for is 12/8/2017, which was end of day Friday, and we've come up with a list here, the current trades that are open, and it's sorted by the highest percentage gain in open trades. So currently it is Nectar Therapeutics, as you can see on the chart. This has been in a trade since 11/20, November the 20th, and it entered into the trade. Sorry, I'm on the wrong chart here. So it entered into the trade at, sorry, not 11/20, so this would have been 11/08, and the entry price was actually around $30. Well, it says here entry price $28.99, so $29, and currently it's trading at 86% gain over that. So the current price is $53.97. So had a reasonable week last week. I'll just go through these and I'll show you how you can actually tell if they had good weeks or bad weeks, even if they're still in trades, by actually just running last week's report and doing a comparison. So we'll go down through the list. You can see that Shack seemed to have a really good week, 38.62% overall since the entry, and DHI, it did have a pullback, and it started to form a little base here and looks like it might be recovering a little bit. That's definitely one that's going to be in the list for next week. Valiant had a good day on Friday, and as you see, you go down through here, we go down from the 86% gain all the way down through the 30s and the 20s, and so really this system does pick out these trending stocks and tries to keep you in the trends. And of course there are stocks that are exited because they met the exit criteria, and it tries to get rid of those really quickly. So we can find out which stocks are currently in an open trade that are in a losing position, and we see the first one is Dillard's, and it entered into the trade over here 2 bars above the 20 EMA, but then sold off and is pretty close now to the 20 EMA. It could get stopped out next week, or who knows, it may even go on and become one of the big winners. But that's the beauty of this system. It's very easy and simple to keep tabs on it. So what I always like to do is go and see what trades actually exited in the week, because it's when they exit that you put money in your pocket. So I just go up to the exit date, and what I'll do is I'll select only the trades that exited on the 7th, 6th, 5, 4, 7th, 6th, 5th, and 4th. So no trades apparently exited on the 8th, which was Friday. And I'll hit OK here, and we'll sort this then by percent gain. And so at the top of the list, Microsoft exited. See, it had this big bar down through the 20 EMA, so it exited on Monday for a 10% overall gain since the entry, which was down here at around about the 75 level, and it exited at around about the 82 level. Not bad for a massive stock like Microsoft. Then USO exited for a 7% gain. Then we have Calmine Foods for a 4% gain. So no major gains this week compared to last week when we had some exits that were truly amazing from the entry. What I thought I would show this week is how to compare the stocks from the prior week. So if you just use this report view as is, what you'll see is the stocks, and let me just take this filter off here, clear the filter. Okay, what you get to see are the stocks in order of current performance, but it doesn't really tell you where they were last week and how they've done since last week. So there's a good way to do that, and that is to run the template for the prior Friday. So you just go up here and change your run date and set it to you can set it to the prior weekend, and it will just choose dates available, which would be the first was the Friday, and just run that. And so this is the report of the state of play last weekend. And what I can do with this is come over to the percent gain column and highlight the column, and I can say copy that column. So copy column up here, and then I can just bring up my current worksheet, which is that's not the current one, that's 12.1, so the current one is 12.8. And what I can do here is insert that copied column over here. So now we can see where the stocks were last week and where they are this week. And that copy column matches up the symbols, so it knows exactly where to put these numbers. And you can kind of visually see here, just by glancing at the two columns, which stocks have changed the most. But of course, this is a spreadsheet type of application, so it's much better to actually do the calculation in the spreadsheet. So I can allow editing on this sheet. I can come over to this column, and I'm going to use this column as my difference column. And all I'm going to do in here is enter a formula. It's an Excel formula. I'm going to say equals this column, which is this week, minus this column, which was the prior week. And you can see what I've gotten here, and I can just copy that and put it in all of the columns, all of the rows down here. Control V to paste that. And then what I'm going to do is sort this by highest gain. So here we can see the stocks that have gained most in this trading system that still have currently open trades that have gained the most this week. And Shake Shack is at top. It is a 38.62% gain since the entry. Last week it was 22.13, so it was a gain of 16.5% since the entry in the last week. And coming down through the list, you can see we've got Valiant, we've got United States Steel, and this is an interesting way of sorting it because you wouldn't necessarily see this popping out at the top of your list when you just run the report for the particular week, because it's only at 15% gain. But when you do it this way, you actually get to see the difference between last week and this week, so you can see which ones are actually or had the most change during the week, which is an interesting thing to do. You can see which things are have the most velocity, which ones are accelerating the most. It might give you an idea of where the money is flowing and what you might be interested in trading, although the entries of these are in this system are already hit, so it may be a bit late to enter these trades, but it's still interesting to see what stocks have moved during the week. So that's what I wanted to show this week. I hope you enjoyed it. As I say, I'm at the top of Whistler Mountain, so I want to keep this short. I am actually sitting outside at the Roundhouse restaurant. It is a beautiful sunny day, and there are lots of people with ski boots here, and people are just coming in from the slopes for dinner, so for lunch. So with that, I will leave this, and thanks for watching, and see you again next weekend. Bye for now.